Yes, good morning.
Yes, good morning. I'm feeling these cool vibes with this music ball.
Yeah, you like it?
I feel like I should be like on a beach surfing or something. I don't know. It's like I'm on the boardwalk. And
It's
I'm
so
just
funny
like,
because this track is called West Coast.
wow, it's West Coast vibes. I just knew it. I knew it was something good like that.
All right, I'll turn it down now.
So it's episode number 9, and man, it's just great to know that for 9 weeks in a row we've been able to get together.
What? 9 weeks in a row?
That's 9 weeks in a row that we've been
gosh.
having great discussion and just meeting up and just having a great start to a Friday, right?
Yeah.
We blew it up, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
funny.
you know, obviously this is one of the weeks that I didn't really think too much about today's show. I just knew that we're going to meet up and we're going to talk about some stuff.
Yeah.
But the week has really flown for me.
Yeah, really?
Just transitions to a new job, and despite
So how
some
is
of the
it?
boring of it.
What happened? Oh, how was it?
That was kind of weird. I felt like we just got kind of glitched out for a moment.
Yeah, I know.
But,
It's still weird.
typically, you know, when you start a new job, it's kind of boring because a lot of it is paperwork, watching videos, and
Sure.
things like that. But this transition's been pretty good for me. It's been going really well. I think it's just the newness of everything and
Yeah.
getting into a field that I once knew and familiarity, you know, the comfort level of it
Yeah.
all made it a lot better. So definitely happy. I know that GM's still on strike, so
Oh my gosh,
that's
yes.
a long strike. So
That is a long strike.
I don't know what to say about it. I just hope everybody's taken care of and people can.
I mean, like,
be
what do you?
provided for.
I mean, I'm not sure, like how it goes for. Do they get compensation?
Yeah, but
back to them?
it's not that much. It's only like $250 per week.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so you know whatever they do get, it's barely anything. And I know that they were doing some food drives and things like that to try
Wow.
to support, but you know it's just a bad deal overall. So
Yeah, I hear you. So man, I mean, like, hey, if you're out there and you have a truckload of food, bring it over to the guys at the union.
yeah, help them out.
Yeah, help
They're
'em out.
definitely going through some stuff, and
It's a tough time.
it is a tough time.
Yeah.
Getting interference from my double microphone setup I got going on, or what?
Oh, you really?
I don't know. I hear some like echoing, but right now I got like a mic right here, guys, and then I got this like built-in mic that's connected to the headphones. So I just decided to keep them both today.
Oh no, this
But-
sounds better with the other mic, lapel mic.
But I think I might switch out this wire here and go with a different wire, just to eliminate maybe some interference that
Yeah,
I
you
might
want to go?
have.
You want to go with the double? Oh man,
So can you still hear me, Paul?
yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, good. So I'm just gonna switch out this wire with
Yeah.
a wire that doesn't have the microphone thing on it,
Yeah.
just because I feel like there might have been too much interference. You know how when two microphones get too close, they kind
Yeah,
of
they
like
kinda, like,
squeal
do
and stuff. So, but it's definitely cool that we, I guess, kind of bumped into this
Yeah.
because now if we have a third person that wanted to join our interviews, we gotta wait for it to work.
Yeah, we definitely
So-
have a way to work.
I just think
That
I
working?
figured out something too. So I've noticed that on that other setup I had this end
Yeah.
toward the headphone and the
Oh,
other
yeah.
one toward the. So
Oh
I
yeah,
think
that makes
a
sense.
big
Maybe
difference.
backwards. Yeah, I think it's backwards. There you go. Yeah.
Test.
Yeah, just keep it in there. There's gonna be a little delay.
Is there? I don't know. I'm not hearing anything on my end. I guess it doesn't matter as long as you're monitoring and hearing
I
everything.
can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything. Okay. So this wire doesn't work that well.
Uh-oh.
Or did we just
Oh
lose
yeah,
it
we
off?
came back on. I hear
Huh?
you.
Okay, you
Here,
can't hear me.
let's try this. Let's try this. Try this one for monitoring. All right, here, hook it up.
Okay.
Hook one of those up and see if you can.
Test. No. maybe I'll just switch back to the other one and not use my lapel and just go with that. I just like using this pop one because it's got that
Yeah.
pop filter on it,
Yeah. I
so
like those.
it just really helps out. Where this one
Yeah,
right
just hook it
here,
back in, yeah.
you
Can
can
you-
see it's like not really covered or protected by anything.
Yeah. You want to cover that?
So you can like every little touch of this thing, you can hear it. That's why I like switched it out.
Yeah, exactly.
But oh well.
Well, yeah.
So this is a live show. No big deal.
Oh, yeah, we're back. Yeah.
We're back.
All right.
Well,
here
we'll just keep it that way. I think I can keep it separated. Maybe I'll put this over here on my collar.
Yeah, put it on your collar. Like a newscaster.
All right.
Okay,
there we
good.
go. Okay. Enough of the delay. So, you know, the last episode we were talking about UFOs and stuff.
Yeah. Dave
I
Spy
guess
one?
there's some more videos.
Really?
And guess what? They were still crappy. I mean, it was like recent footage.
You know what you gotta do when you edit this? Put it in there. Show a
Yeah,
picture
show
of it.
people. Yeah, show people.
Yeah, this is what it
these-
looks like.
This is what everybody's seeing, and this is what the commotion is about.
I mean, you could have a satellite up in this space and zoom down and find somebody walking on the ground smoking a cigarette, and it's clear.
It's very clear. Like they got your height, weight, and all that. They know, you know. And then you got these UFOs that are just mysterious. It's like, are they using like special cloaking technology to where
Oh my gosh! So what they do is like
it's
you
a
know,
technology that makes whatever camera's looking at it make it look crappy.
Yeah.
It's got like the
That's
electronic impulses that just make everything
just like
jitter.
Bigfoot. Bigfoot has that technology.
Yeah.
It radiates that technology so that no one can take a picture of it.
So, but on other news, there was a car thief that was caught on camera by one of those
Dash cams?
dash cams. So, back again to cameras and technology and detection in the vehicle.
Look
They
at
gotta
this. It's
look at
still-
that
it's
and
still
still
like,
save
look at that.
child,
Oh my gosh.
child infant seats. You know,
They
like
can catch a guy stealing a car, but they can't
save a life of a kid.
save the life of a kid.
So
in the back.
it's almost like there's no focus on it. Like nobody's taking that aha moment. Guys, let's just do this. It'll work.
That's so ridiculous.
You know?
It'd be kind of cool, you know, because all this technology with your watches, your phones. I mean, you can.
And motion detection is getting a lot better. And even like places that want to save electricity are using motion detection to control their lights. You know, you walk into an office, you don't
Yeah.
even have to hit the light switch anymore. It
I know.
just turns on right away.
Yeah, because it's got a sensor on it.
Yeah, in warehouses,
Like a
the
motion
same
sensor.
thing. The aisles that aren't being used are turned off
Yeah.
until motion's detected a little bit before and then turns it on.
Have you ever? I've been to a library where you walk in and then the aisles are dark, and then when you walk into that certain section, all of the lights come on in that whole row.
Yeah, I mean,
It's kind of cool.
I like sensors. Sensors are cool. Sensors
Sensors
can
are
do
cool.
so many things. And sensors are also annoying in vehicles because sometimes you have that one sensor that keeps
Turns the engine light on.
Yeah, all the time. And it's a sensor that
It's a sensor that just doesn't
dirty
do
or
anything.
whatever, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, and when you want to replace it, it's like
Mm-hmm.
$200
Right.
for a sensor that's going to go out anyway. You know what I think I should do? Like, because I've got one of those sensors, right? I mean, one of those exhaust sensors. And it's right as the
Oxygen
tube
sensor maybe?
What's
Or
that?
is it an oxygen sensor?
It's kind of like that. It's kind of it's on the down tube of the exhaust, right? And just because the car is, you know, made in a different, like they'll, you know, in Japan, what they do is they build the engine and then they put the chassis over the top of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, for working on it, you can't get to it. Like you have to be a contortionist to get to that particular, and it's just that one sensor.
Mhm.
Like you got to go in there and you got to pull it out, and of course, it's probably filthy and
Yeah.
you snap it off. But it doesn't do anything for performance other than maybe save a little gas. I mean, that
Or
O2
just
sensor
annoy-
just going down.
annoy
Yeah, it's
ya.
a little. Woo!
It's exciting here today. That's awesome.
Oh man.
But I don't. Yeah, I think that the sensor thing. I want to see more sensors involved in everything that we do. Whether it's haptic suits for gaming, whether it's just creating that ultimate experience in your car seat to where each zone of your seat has a temperature sensor, so that way you get no hot spots in your seat.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So everything's an even temperature no matter where it is.
It'd be kind of cool because at some point, you might have like these sensors that can okay, because everyone has like a different signature as far as their body's concerned.
Yeah.
And that's how we're different. So when you come in, it's like into the car, it already is kind of like a fingerprint or a retinal scan.
Well, I think if the car itself had temperature gauges in certain spots, because like some people, for whatever reason it is, always have cold hands. So when that driver's in, the car knows I'm going to heat up your steering wheel.
That's
But then for me,
yeah.
I don't get cold hands, so keep mine nice and cool.
But still, the fact that you have a biometric steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
So when you grip it, it already knows, identifies the owner. So that guy who stole a car, the dash cam, they had one of those. It wouldn't do anything. It would start, you push it all day long. And it would go.
That would be like the two-step verification
Yeah.
to identify yourself. Like, not only do you need the key, but you need to have the right hand biometric stuff.
Oh, and that would be kind of cool because then when you grip the thing, and then your phone would, or even the phone on the, in the car would say, "Are you trying to access the vehicle?"
Mm-hmm.
And you put in a code,
Aren't some
That'd
of
be
these,
kinda cool.
like some of the cars that are very expensive that I guess don't have a roof, those steering wheels come off, right? Like, they take it with them or they store it in the trunk or something?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I remember some cars had that, but I can't remember
think it's
which
like
model.
I think like a Lambo.
But how
would do
simple,
that.
how simple was that concept? Like
Like a
just
Lambo.
take the
Just
steering
take the
wheel.
steering wheel.
But for me,
If you're
anytime there's a moving part or something that you could easily take off or take on, I'd be scared to drive it, thinking I might be down the road and all of a sudden my steering wheel comes off because of something. You know what I mean?
just think of it this way too. If I were a savvy, robber or thief, I'd buy one of those steering wheels, a replacement one.
You're a thief and you're specifically looking for that Lambo to
particular car.
steal, and then once you find it, opportunity. And with Google Maps, you can find a Lambo easily. Just start searching around town. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna go there.
Yeah, there's a Lambo right there. That's so fascinating. So much technology.
You know what would be even better? You know how like on the interstate, like turnpikes and stuff,
Yeah.
if you don't want to pay that fee or whatever, you get that K tag,
Yeah.
and you can just drive on through and save so much time. Well, wouldn't it be cool in like big cities that use a lot of those pay meters and stuff,
Yeah.
that you didn't have to get out of your car, go put the coins in that darn meter, and then do your thing? You had a RFID in your car that's linked to the city's pay meter thing, and you just park there, and your car is in that geo fence of that parking meter, and it's already linked to your debit card possibly, and then you don't have to worry about getting coins out or doing anything crazy, and then you'll never have to pay a parking ticket because as long as you got funds that maybe you allocated for your car for parking, it would automatically take it from that fund.
So what you're saying is like, okay, so the parking meter would have its own sensor.
Yeah, like
And the
RFID, proximity,
Right.
geo-fencing.
Yeah.
And
So
then-
when you park into there, you could also put coins if you wanted to, I guess. But if you went and parked there, it would like the
Yeah.
cha-ching.
And then like
debit.
if you're got a hair appointment for a haircut, right?
Yeah.
Instead of worried about the time and then having to have like haven't you seen those commercials or movies? Oh no, my parking meter is gonna go off, and then they're running out of the hair salon, and the lady's still got like curls in her hair, putting coins in the meter because she doesn't want to get a parking ticket.
Yeah.
With this technology, you don't have to worry about it because
It'd be kind of cool because then you can actually do it on your phone and say, okay, add more.
right.
Or it would tell you, hey, you're running out of time. Would you like to add more?
Notification, yeah. And then you don't have to worry about getting a parking ticket because sometimes when you're running errands or exploring the city, you don't know exactly how long you're going to be.
Yeah.
I think it's just silly to have to come back to that parking meter and add more points when there could be something that can already be created
Oh, that's so funny.
that you can sign up for, especially like in a city that has a lot of them, like New York and Chicago.
I don't know. You
The
can say
infrastructure of the city, you just sign up for it, kind of like that pay tag. You go through the expressways without paying. I mean, you're paying, but it's like charged to your town, or you pay a fee, right? That would be nice.
Yeah, I don't know, because like I'm thinking there are a lot of savvy people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just imagine some guy, some entrepreneurial guy, decides to make his own meter and puts it in front of his house so that everyone that's parked there during the day, it goes into his bank.
Good for him. I mean, if it's in front
of I want a raise today. I'm going to make 10 more of these meters.
Well, you know, like, why I say good for him is sometimes, like, some people that are, like Arrowhead Stadium, right? To go to a football game, you have to pay so much money just to get in there.
Yeah, plus the
But
ticket.
then the people that live around that area benefit greatly because they're like,
sure.
$25 to park in my parking lot.
Yeah.
It's the same concept. If you have
So
a prime
25,
location, just go ahead and
put a meter like an RF.
Come here.
RF code reader.
Yep. Then that way you don't have to stand outside. You just already got it set up.
You know what's really funny because like
I'm thinking about like making money by creating a parking lot. That's what basically. I mean, think about all those cars at Arrowhead that had to pay to get in just to park for one event.
Sure.
Oh man, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. So to give you an idea, this is kind of like the idea we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So in Germany, there's this airport, and what they did was all the parking spots at the airport, they charged a huge amount of money. Like to park there overnight would be like equivalent of $15.
Oh wow. But so, overnight, when you think about it, $15 is kind of cheap compared to some.
Well, if you're gone for a week, that's a lot of money.
Oh yeah. So
$15. I mean, so that those parking lots, you know, when you go there, you're like, oh wow, there's nobody parked here, and you park right up close, and you think, hey, great. But then you look at that, oh my gosh, it's like so much charge, right? Well, the surrounding area of the neighborhoods have set up parking spots.
That's what I'm talking
for
about.
$5.
Right.
Or 15. Which one you choose?
Exactly. Go to the
and it's funny
guy.
because they do an honor system.
Mm-hmm.
There, what they do is you go into this little booth. It's got envelopes, and then you either like fill out your
camping site.
Yeah, like a camping site. You fill out your. If you don't have cash, you have a credit card. You can put your credit card. How many days you'll be there, and then you grab one of those, like those tickets, like you go in the waiting room, you get one of those, and then you put in your car, and then they'll run the charge, and it's good to go.
See, making money off of just concrete and space.
I'm serious.
I mean,
and the guys have been doing it for years. I mean, this is an old guy.
That's a good side hustle. That's like extra income. That's like an extra steak to buy every Friday night.
Can you imagine? I mean, he has a lot of people parked in his, and he's got one area and then he's got another area, so it's two.
That's awesome.
So same thing, I guess.
You know, I think the point is there's always ways to make money. You know what I mean? There's always opportunity out there to do something.
You need to start being more creative about it.
Finding opportunities in any ordinary thing to make money.
So here's like, okay, my philosophy about money and stuff, right? So my philosophy is really what the money is a tool. The tool provides you what you really want,
Right.
which is the freedom.
Yeah, we all, yeah.
The freedom to do whatever you want without having to worry about, you know, and the income coming in or not coming in.
And really, when you think about the tool in itself, the simplistic thing about it is not necessarily getting more jobs to create more money, is finding ways to save more money. And that really provides you freedom in the end. So you can look at it from both ways, freedom now
Yeah.
or freedom when you get older and you want to retire.
See, I would have my personal druthers is because really, if you set up something, like there's tons of people doing it right now on the internet, and that's what the internet has done, right? It's
Right.
provided them with their income. They set something up, like they do an online book or class or whatever, and then they just bring people in there and they just pay. Every month there's somebody saying, hey, I took this course, I did the thing, it's really good, you should do it. You know, like the fitness thing. Oh my gosh, just do one video with you exercising, all the different workouts, and then just charge people for it.
And I think a lot of it too is not only do you create something, but you got to consistently have that face on.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
People definitely have to see you day in and day out, and you gain popularity, momentum. Charisma goes a long way, right? And
Sure.
your content, but you definitely have to keep on
Yeah, consistent.
staying in touch with your community, right? So I think that is key.
But I also think that like there's a residual too, though. If you created something,
Royalties, maybe,
Oh, yeah,
or
all
something like
that
that.
stuff.
You know what would be fun though? If it makes me think of that Full House. It's a show that they kind of redid called Fuller House, but back in the day there was the one Full House where
oh yeah,
you got Uncle Jesse and Joey
Yeah.
that live in the basement.
yeah,
They made jingles, and I thought that was always cool as their side
Oh, yeah.
job and jingles, you never know where that could go. If you got a catchy jingle
Sure.
and it's something really snazzy, you could collect royalties on that for life.
you could. I mean, there's a guy that I know that wrote or made a little book, like a little pamphlet or something. I think it was this maybe 15 pages long.
Yeah.
Put it on Amazon back, 10 years ago. And he says he still gets royalties from it. He just walks up to the post his mailbox and goes, oh hey, got a check for $25.
Do you think that sound effects could get royalties? Or
Oh,
not?
absolutely. Anything that's
So if you created a sound effect
like,
and they kept on using it on every single show, like that applause right there.
yeah,
you think
sure.
that's a generic applause that's on that soundboard, or is it something that
I think that's
somebody got
almost like-
some royalties for it?
I think they already paid those people. I don't think they're getting royalties for it. I think they made one flat fee and that was it.
Oh yeah, I would say for something like that, probably. But
Yeah,
then at the
I mean,
same
if
time,
it's
there's
trademarked.
some royalty-free sound effects that
Yeah.
anybody can use
Yeah.
that could have been using this too.
Yeah,
So
that's basically what it is. They're royalty free.
that's pretty cool.
So I'm just thinking like, if you did something like that, you could either sell it outright, make money on that one
A
sale,
unique song would
or
definitely
royalties. Like it has to be a really unique song.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be like the photographs for it. People make tons of money on photographs.
Well, because photographs are good.
Yeah, because like they sell them on like Shutterfly and all that stuff.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about signing up for something. I don't know.
You should do it.
Just take random photos of lights. Because there's just so many things that people use.
I think you're really
for-
good at photos, bro. I think you should do it.
Just we'll see what happens, right?
Just let it go out. I mean, there's this guy, right? I don't know. I was watching. If you ever go on Netflix and catch this thing called Fastest Car, there's this dude, right? Basically a high school dropout. He's got in trouble a lot. But he went to a car show, took a couple photos of like of some really expensive exotic cars, and then showed it to a couple friends, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, that was really good." And then it went to a guy that owned one of those exotic cars, and he said, "Hey, you take pretty good photos. Can you take a picture of my car with me?" Like, yeah. He started doing that.
I can see his niche. His niche was he was able to get into those clubs that show those cars, right?
Yeah.
So there's obviously an investment that he made to go to those shows, but when he went to the shows, he took some photos that, you know, no normal person normally can get to those shows.
I mean, I think he also did a little like networking to going to those shows. He took a picture of it and said, "Hey, let's make a calendar or something," and then, you know, it just blew up.
Yeah.
Now he's being flown across the world to, like, you know, the Arab places where they have like lots of money, and they have all these lines and lines of exotic cars, and so he just takes pictures.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, taking pictures of cars that are in different locations that are not normal are just awesome, because you don't get that busyness of the everyday scene. You're actually, like, you know, car like a Lamborghini with just nothing but desert behind it.
Oh man,
you know what I mean?
That's
just
that's totally exotic.
Oh yeah, it just stands out.
Can you imagine seeing that?
That would be cool.
Can you imagine taking a picture of a, you know, because these people have lots of money. I mean, imagine taking your Lamborghini, taking it all the way to the top of like a sky tower where there's like a helicopter pad, and you land it on top, and you take a picture, and then you can see almost 180 behind it.
Right.
Or maybe an aerial shot of you, like
a Lamborghini on a glacier.
Oh man, oh my god.
You know what I mean? That would be pretty cool.
Like, I think he does that.
See, that would be neat.
Wouldn't that be really cool?
You're creating photos that nobody else can create. And
oh my gosh.
Actually having one in that location that isn't Photoshop is just huge. There's like no value to that.
Charge as much as you want.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty cool.
The guy, Dropout guy, if you ever watch it, I think it's season one. And this guy, he's like very young. He's maybe not even in his 30s yet. But he got into trouble a lot when he was younger.
I think this is a good video to say that whatever your passion is, there's a way, and if you really have the passion, you can find a way to make that something that you can do for a good living. Like, I think anything that you love, there's a way now with the technology and just the resources, and a lot of it, like you said, is networking.
Yeah.
I think that it goes to say that nobody can do really anything 100% on their own.
Yeah.
But the persistence of trying and continuing, you will have that luck by bumping into those people that will provide you what you need.
I think it's,
you know?
I think what, you know, because a lot of people say, you know, I'm a little less liberal using luck, because you can set the stack for you, right? You have to do the work.
Yeah. But the people from the outside will think it's luck.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're really not.
You're working it.
You're working it because the more you're in your lane, the more the things that are in that lane will come to you.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like a path. It's the path that you chose.
Yeah.
And eventually, by persistence, you're going to go along that path and get to those milestones.
Then you become a trusted authority, and then you're the it guy.
So don't give up, guys. Keep at it. You know, be persistent.
I mean,
things start slowly, but you'll eventually get rewarded for what you love to do. But nothing is ever free. You know, so get tough. Stop whining. You know, you're gonna get dirty. You're gonna sweat. But stay positive.
It's so crazy.
Stay the course.
You know, because it's funny because and it depends on your focus too, right? If you're always saying, "Oh, you know, never me," and you've already defeated yourself.
Yeah, because who was it? I don't know who. I know I'll think of it later, but the person that says he can and that he can't are both right. Right.
Right.
So if the person's always like, I can't do it. Yeah, you're not gonna do it.
Right.
Sorry, and I'm not gonna try to boost you up because you already defeated yourself.
You already defeated yourself.
But you know, I'm not really going to say don't give up. I might say don't say that because you know you will be what you just said.
Yeah.
But I'm always the guy that will try to positively steer you in
So-
the right direction.
Yeah.
But after a certain point, it's like, all right, you'll find out.
I would like to, you know, for me personally, I'd like to think of, yeah, you know what, it would be great to not have to worry about money in a sense of it's coming,
Right.
but what else you can do with that?
You know how what would really be awesome is how much fun you would have to have so much money that you would have no choice but to give it away.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Like,
that's awesome. I mean, I could think of that right now. Like right now, I'm thinking of it right now. Like 10 years from now, we were like, remember that episode when we were talking about like that?
I would love to do that. I would love to.
You know, I go there like to hang out in Vietnam, bring the whole family. Oh my
I
god.
would even like to chill at this place and then just get up right now and say, everything's on me today.
You know what I'd like to do is buy this place. That would be kind of cool.
Just walk up and I'd buy it. Just for
How much
this
is it?
section.
Yeah, this right.
Just want to buy this section here.
Yeah, just
The,
like right here.
A VIP section
Yeah,
at,
that would be kind
at
of
this
cool.
place.
Like, yeah. Or have a little plaque that says, you know, PS Good Morning Show is here, the headquarters.
The headquarters. In partnership with.
In partnership for. Yeah.
A picture of me just eating a big burger.
Yeah, like two of us, like have our, you know how like they have the statues,
Yeah.
like just us sitting here, and then people could take their picture with us. Have you seen those?
I've seen like at McDonald's, the Ronald
Yeah,
McDonald's
Ronald
sit next to me.
McDonald's is- yeah, look
sit
at
next
that. That's
to
it.
him.
That would be us.
That would be us.
Yeah, I totally could see us doing this. Can you imagine doing a remote show? I can see this doing a remote show. It's somewhere in the Pacific Islands, like Fiji.
That would be fun.
Bring the whole family and just do a show, just a couple episodes from there.
Anywhere we are. I mean,
I'm totally seeing that now.
I think we could do it. I think that
Can you imagine doing Can you imagine doing a Christmas show
no
in
fault.
Germany?
Just joking.
In Germany during Christmas market. Oh my god,
I have not seen. I have to Google it to see what that looks like.
dude!
But-
Do the Google for Frankfurt
You know
Christmas
what
market.
I would like
Oh
to
my
do?
gosh.
You know how like in Maine and I guess their fall autumns are just
Yeah.
so colorful and
So
stuff.
imagine doing a road show there.
I would just love having to do a show there and just have all those colors behind me. It'd be unreal.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Can you imagine you and I, doing this very show? We go to the airport, we climb into a private jet, we fly to Maine,
That would be
cut
cool.
the show in the morning, and then fly back home.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
I
cool to
totally
do.
see that. I totally
We
see
could
that.
just pop up anywhere.
Go
And you know what
anywhere.
I like about it too? I think that we would. I want to be known, but I don't want to be famous.
Famous. Yes.
Right, so I just want to
love
be like,
it.
oh, it's those guys from that
You know,
show.
like Wozniak. Okay, so you know who Wozniak is, right?
I've seen that last name. He's
Okay,
an
so-
actor, right?
No,
He's not. Who is he?
He's
I've
a-
seen that name, Wozniak. I
Wozniak
can
is.
picture it.
So Wozniak helped build the iPhone. Apple
Oh,
company.
that guy.
Wozniak.
Is that where I got it
Steve
from?
Jobs and Wozniak were together.
Okay, so
Steve Jobs was the front man, and
That's why
Wozniak
I
was the
think I've
brains.
seen it
Was
in
the
the
brains
movie.
behind the
because I watched that
the
Ashton
technology.
Kutcher movie, and that's where I'm thinking
Yeah.
Wozniak.
So Wozniak was the one that built all the motherboards,
Mhm.
while Steve Jobs was Sony.
It just
So you
goes
see,
to show.
it goes to show you that you don't have to be famous.
Right.
Look,
But I think Wozniak, didn't he like kind of get screwed out of the deal?
No, he was good.
He's good.
He's good.
Okay, I wasn't
Yeah.
sure.
There
might have
are
been-
other people along the route, like Lincoln.
That might have been the
IBM.
Facebook story, the
It must have
Facebook
been the
movie where
Facebook.
the other guy got screwed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Positive, on the positive side of things.
Positive. We want to say positive.
Anybody can turn anything that you do, like this show, for example, could turn into something big.
It's huge. I
But
already see it.
Here's
huge.
the thing:
Can you have your own?
we're happy doing what we're doing now, but if it gets huge, I wouldn't mind that either. You know, it's not really the main goal, but it could be. I mean, we
Just think
do
of
have
it
a
as it
vision
is.
too. Like, we're
Just
doing
think of
this
it as it is.
consistently. We're recording it for a reason
Just
and
think of it.
hope for a hope, because we know if we don't do this, nothing will happen, right? So
Exactly.
we're hopeful. We just do this and we'll see what happens.
I would like to see us 10 years from now going back to this episode and say everything that we talked about, done.
That would be cool.
We have our own network show.
And that would be pretty motivating for the future generations to look upon and see that happen too.
I mean, because like people will be inspired to see, you know, because there, put it this way, you know, there aren't very many channels, whether network or internet, that have Asian folks
That's
that
true.
are consistent, like having a talk show.
That's true.
We can pave the way.
Or
Absolutely.
inspire
And
some.
not the fact that we're Asian in particular,
Right.
but the fact that there aren't any right now.
I
You
mean,
can go through the channels right now, and you will not find Asians talking like we are talking now.
yeah, true. Asian persuasion. We persuade you to join our channel.
Asian persuasion.
I'm just gonna, yeah, it's gonna be cool. I think we're on our way. I know that we've talked about meeting more and stuff like that, but man, I just like no matter
Wouldn't
what
it
we
be
do.
cool, though? Wouldn't it be cool if you came out? Okay, so we have somebody we already like. Okay, I'm thinking future wise, right?
Uh-huh.
So we hired somebody, a videographer. He's there with us. The sound guys. They follow us around.
Mm-hmm.
You pull up in a Lambo. I pull up in a Ferrari, and then we
You
get
steal
out.
my steering wheel.
Be carrying our steering wheels. Oh, it'd be hilarious. Oh my gosh, I totally could see that. Be awesome.
You know what I think should come back in a different way? Okay, so there's no more phone booths anymore, I don't think, right? The actual old school phone booths. But what if we took
Just
that?
in the movies.
Yeah. What if we just brought the phone booth
Back?
back, but it turned into something else that would be useful,
Okay, so
like a cell phone charging port that's in the middle of nowhere,
Oh, I love that.
or
that's a great idea.
something that would be solar powered. But I just think it would be cool to see cell phone or
Okay.
phone booths again.
So here's the way I envision it. This is kind of cool. All right. So in that phone booth, there are many lockers. You swipe your card. You have access to a locker. It
Yeah.
has a charging port. You put your charger in, close it, but you have your iWatch, and you can still make calls while the phone is charging.
So once again, we're talking about geofencing, proximity.
Yeah,
You know, like in a mall, for example.
sure.
That would be awesome.
And then you have a router like an extender, like you can extend the range out. So your phone will tell you, your iWatch will tell you that your phone is charging and how much percentage.
Or somehow when you use this telephone booth at the lockers, right?
Yeah.
Once you plug your phone into it, your phone is connected to the mall's Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
and then it doesn't matter where you go in the mall
Yeah.
because you have your
Sure.
iWatch or whatever,
Yeah.
or vice versa.
And then your iWatch will tell you your phone's 100%. You should go pick it up.
You know what I would like to do with that concept? I would like to open up a restaurant where it is required for you to put your cell phone in this locker. It will be safe. We will charge the phone up for you. And you sit your butt down at this table, enjoy a meal without a cell phone. Like you.
Wait,
like,
do
it's a
yours.
hit.
Do yours
You
real
actually-
quick. Do yours real quick. Like you do. Grab yours. Grab yours.
Yeah.
Hey, dude. What's going on?
Yeah. That's what happens, right?
Hey, dude. Look at that. Check it out.
Right.
And what are you ordering?
I think that that would be in this day and age, that would be an actual restaurant that people would go to because they
I
know
think so.
it's a requirement
All right, so
of this establishment that they will take your mobile devices, and if you break the rules of this, they have the right to not serve you.
But you know what you can do though? Here's what you can do. Because I've seen it. Even at my office. You have one of those cell phone frequency blockers. Have you ever seen those?
Oh, you mean like
you
create
have
a Faraday cage for a restaurant?
You have no Wi-Fi connection.
I gotta reply to my wife real quick because I moved the van keys and I put them someplace else. Van keys in garage.
In garage.
On table.
That'd be a great restaurant. By
Oh,
the way.
so you know, at the beginning of the topic, we talked about GM on strike and how much to get paid.
Yeah.
My wife just woke up, and the first thing she texts me, I can't believe they are still on strike and they only get $250 a week. But there's some places that are getting them some free food and free haircuts today.
Oh, wow.
So kudos to those businesses
Man.
that are giving out the free food and the haircuts. Definitely
Praying
helping
for
some
you.
people out. Yeah. So there are some good businesses and companies that realize that the struggle is real and the hardships
The
are
struggle
real.
is real.
So,
250.
I mean,
That's not
even if, here's the thing too, even if I believed in the cause and believed in what was going on, there's no way that I would be able to participate in it
Yeah.
because I had to take care of my family. So I
You have
am,
to find a second job somewhere.
yeah, or just get out of the industry and move on, you know what I mean? Because I wouldn't go through that suffering
Man.
because I am able and skill worthy and
Yeah.
I have trust in myself that I'll find something because honestly God has always provided, so that's where my faith is.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So basically what you're saying is I need to find and afford a 2020 Chevy Corvette before they don't make them anymore.
and that would just make the value of the Corvettes go higher if they stop making a lot of stuff.
I mean, it did it for all the Pontiacs.
I know, and you know what? I really liked Pontiac as a
I
brand.
love Pontiac.
I mean, I don't know.
Rebuild excitement. Oh my gosh. I had a
had a
Sunbird.
that was pretty cool.
I had a Sunbird that was amazing. Oh my gosh, that thing
And I
was
did like the
amazing.
style of them too, because when you saw a Pontiac on the road, you knew it was a Pontiac.
Yeah, you know what? Thinking about that, I'm gonna get a Fiero. Seriously,
Really?
I'm gonna get one of these.
Get one before, you know, they get like obsolete or, you know what I mean? Like,
We used to buy one for like $700, but now they're up there, $2,500,
Yeah,
$4,000.
get one before it goes even higher.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I want one with a supercharger.
That's the thing is like things that, it's just weird how certain things get great value, you know, over time.
Yeah.
I mean, think about Pez dispensers. So those darn Pez dispensers.
Oh my gosh, I used to throw those away.
I know, and then you're like, what? This piece of plastic?
Yeah, I had like
Whatever.
a Popeye one. I had a Mickey Mouse one.
Those would probably be more fun.
They were worth like a Donald Duck one. I mean, because they don't.
Popeye. When you said Popeye, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, those are. You can just pop them in your mouth.
But you know,
Do you even make Pez?
I know there's people that, I bet you if you look on eBay, there's still people trying to sell certain Pez dispensers and stuff, but I don't know if they make them anymore. Maybe if they
Is
go
that
to
company for sale? Can we buy that?
if you go to the old like candy stores, maybe you might be able to find some more Pez.
Can
stuff.
we buy the company? Can you and I buy the Pez company and revitalize it?
You can revitalize it and turn it into like breath mints.
I mean, like
instead of filling it up with candy.
How about this? How about filling up with vitamins so the kids would like to eat their vitamins?
Well, then they might be too many. Because you know what I mean? Because you got a full Pez dispenser and they just keep on eating them. Which is, I don't think it's going to hurt them at all. I mean, because
you could do
too
all
many
sorts of things.
vitamins just go through your system anyway, right?
You could do that with so many different other things for the adult version of the
then
Pez.
let's bring back
Would be like
the Flintstone kids, you know, 10 million strong and growing.
Yeah,
Remember that commercial?
yeah. Oh my
Just
God.
bring back
I used
those
to love eating
characters.
the Barney. I don't know what it is. I like eating the Barney for some reason.
I
Dino was
remember
always a
him.
favorite. Dino was always a favorite.
I like Dino, and I think if you made a Pez dispenser that dispensed the Dino vitamin,
Dino vitamin.
you
Oh
could
my god.
revitalize that vitamin company probably.
Oh my gosh.
And here's the key too. Did you notice that the trend lately is that anything that is going to be popular at the box office or clothing wise, they're bringing back to our generation because
So
we're the
weird.
ones that are
We have the money.
interested in it, right?
Yeah.
We're like, oh, wow, I remember that from childhood. So
So-
now I'm gonna get my kid hooked on that, and
It's
we're
so crazy.
driving that business.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
So I'm
I
thinking
just
about
noticed
like.
that.
So I'm thinking about like those. You know what would be scary for me is if. Do you remember the show Mork and Mindy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nanu.
Nanu, that's what it is. That's what it, yeah.
But anyway, he used to wear those suspenders.
Mm-hmm.
Remember those were popular back in the day? Urkel wore them. I mean,
Yeah.
like a bunch of other. I mean, that would be crazy if we start seeing that.
We will start seeing.
You think so?
I think so. Everything.
So we need to get
So you
in
know how
on
we were
finding
talking
people
like
with those.
in episode 4, I think that we did. We were talking about the future businesses and the population growth. Well, right now, everything's overcrowding right now because we're going through that generation that had all these kids and they're just going through the system
Yeah.
right now, right? And then pretty soon that growth is just going to kind of stop. But if you follow that generation throughout the years, you're always going to have that. If you can pique their interest and get them to buy things, you'll always have that population to back up your product. So they basically gotta follow us all the way through until retirement and so forth.
Yeah, it
That's
makes
how I
sense.
see it. You know what I mean?
Because I mean, you bring up a good point. Because think of it this way, right? So the Dodge Charger in the 70s was an awesome vehicle.
Oh yeah.
And you see the styling cues of that very same vehicle coming out today, like in the Pontiac Charger. I mean, not the Charger per se, but the other vehicle. But I mean, all of those 70 type of vehicles are making a resurgence back.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always wanted to see if GM would ever come back with a Chevy Malibu, because they did the Camaro, and I was thinking, why did they do the Chevy Malibu, which was the most popular vehicle back then? Bring that back.
But they
Like
did
that
bring
style.
it back. Oh, the style. Because they change their style all the time.
Oh, yeah. The Malibu, as far as the
No.
the one like in the 70s.
Right. See, that's the thing is, they lost their identity, I think, when they made these recent cars. Like, they were following other car companies, and then they almost look too similar to them versus
Those horrible.
keeping their identity. Like, I think Ford has done a good job of kind of trying to stay within their style and brand.
Yeah.
And that adds to the longevity of
Oh,
the
absolutely.
brand. You know, once you start spinning and trying different things, that's a sign that your company sometimes is in trouble
Right.
because you're like Converse.
Yeah.
They were the number one sneaker company in the world at one time, and then
Converse,
all of
yeah.
a sudden, I think they just kept on spinning around. They didn't have a focus. They didn't really have a good vision,
Yeah.
and they just lost.
They're still making shoes.
They're
though.
still making shoes though, but they kind of lost some edge at one point.
Oh, they're still popular. I mean, they're making a resurgence, right?
Yeah,
They've
that's true, yeah.
They come up with their different styles, which I like. It's very creative. I think you're right though, because I think one of the most popular vehicles that GM makes is the Silverado and the Sierra truck, because it's always maintained its identity.
Right.
With the other vehicles, I mean, when you look at the
You need to have an identity, and you have to have a standard type of product that is kind of iconic.
Yeah.
Like when you look at Ford, for example, you think of Mustang,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ford F-150s.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I heard they might be trying to bring back the Bronco, but I remember the
Oh, that'd be
Ranger.
awesome.
You know, I remember Chevy
Ranger's
S10s were pretty cool.
The S10s, they did away with those.
I
What
know,
are they? They
but
got the
that's-
Colorados now.
Yeah, Colorados are pretty nice.
Colorados look cool in that
They are.
Baja configuration. Have you
Mhm.
seen that one? Oh my god.
So there's a lot of things. I just think that stay true and stick with the path that was successful, and don't. I mean, you can reinvent. You know, use technology to make things better, but keep your image. You know?
I like the fact that in the 70s, the 60s, late or say mid 60s and 70s, GM was a powerhouse. Man, they would make a design and people were copying it.
Yeah, and now it seems like the other way around. Like they're trying to copy others. You know? I don't know.
I don't know. I like that Corvette. Have you seen that new
that
2020
will always
Corvette?
be iconic because the Corvette's Corvette. You notice what you see one of those, no matter how it's still got the Corvette look.
I mean,
right?
even the 2019 one is no slouch, right? I mean, that
it's a good niche. It's a club.
755 horsepower. It's just crazy.
Buckle up.
Strap in.
But when you think, okay, so now let's talk about tires. I know you talked about airless tires, and it's like,
Dude,
there's so many different tire companies out there.
Let me just, there's tons of them.
And how different can it? I mean,
I saw after we talked about it. That very next day, I saw a lawnmower with those tires. I saw a lawnmower, and I've seen a bunch of. I saw a forklift.
ATVs, off-road vehicles. I mean, they could start. Oh, that would be a great niche to start and get into the market to prove the concept of those tires. Would be fitting them with the ATVs, three-wheelers.
They have them. Have you seen that?
Make it standard, though.
I think the government.
They should make it standard for those type of vehicles to get that out there.
So like the special forces guys, that's what they use.
Oh really? So they're already using it?
Yeah, they're already using it.
Of course, technology like that's already been used for years probably before they let us use it as civilians. You know what I mean? It's like military and government always have the better computers and all this technology before we even get in touch with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So that means they're already using stuff way better than that we can ever, So yes, the UFOs, they're already using UFOs because
UFOs are the technology that the UFOs provide of us are already being used today.
Man. But the ultimate thing that I think besides freedom that people want, what would be the next thing that you have? I think having a superpower would be the next thing that I would want.
Superpower?
Yeah. After I have my financial freedom, I would like to have a superpower.
What kind of superpower would you have?
I think out of all of them, speed seems to be
speed?
Best one. Just because.
You mean like Tyreek Hill? You'd be like as fast as Tyreek Hill?
Faster than that. Like faster than the Flash. You know what I mean? Like if you could have any superpower, because with speed and pressure, there's enough force there that you could create to take over anything. I think.
You think so? Do you think you would you'd want to have that speed where, like, if you started juking back and forth, you'd almost become invisible because you're going so fast?
Yeah. To the naked eye, I think would be cool.
You vibrate so much that your image is like so blurred out that you can.
Well, I just think with speed that you can get a lot done, and I want to get a lot done. You know what I mean? It's like, clean up house, okay. There's just any menial task that I hate doing.
Okay, but think of it this way, right?
I can get it all done.
Let's think of the concept of time, right?
Yeah.
The chore, in essence, will still happen. It'll still be like normal speed for you, but for us, we'd be like in slow motion, right? You'd still be vacuuming, like it'd be like a normal vacuum, but to us, it would be viewing you as being so fast.
I would be so, with vacuuming, I wouldn't be able to vacuum quicker because the vacuum can only work so fast. If I went too fast, it wouldn't suck up anything. Yeah, so that's kind of.
I don't know if I want that one.
I think it'd be cool to have speed.
If I were to have a superpower, I'd like to do the levitation.
Well,
we gotta go.
with speed, I wouldn't need levitation because I could run so fast that I could run up buildings and then.
We like to do the force.
Telekinesis would be pretty cool. Moving stuff with your mind. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to think.
So that would be like, then you could actually sit there and sit on the couch, and the vacuum cleaner would just go back and forth. Or you could
or you could just leave the house, let it do its thing, just go somewhere, do some shopping, and by the time you get in there, the whole house is clean.
Yeah.
Or even
mowing the lawn.
Done. Maybe we forgot the neighbors though. Maybe we forgot the neighbors. How's he doing?
I wouldn't need an auto driving car. I'd just sit in the passenger seat and just steer with my mind. But wait a minute, that's
Well, you have your out of body experience, right? So you
that's a 2012 Corolla. That's not auto driving. And I'd be freaking people out. What's it there?
Hey, have you ever seen that video where the guy, his suit or his costume is like the seat of the car,
Oh, that.
and he's just sitting there, and then he'd order like food, and then he'd drive up to the thing, and the lady's about to give the food, and like,
That would be a good Halloween thing to do. And Halloween's right around the corner. I haven't seen it, but I want to see it. That sounds
It's on
fun.
YouTube. You should find it.
I should. That sounds cool.
And the guy's just talking inside. It's like it looks like a seat, and he's like, I'd like a shake, a chocolate shake, please. And then he drives right up, and then the lady's about to give it like, there's nobody. Look, there's nobody in the car.
That's funny.
It's hilarious. But the guy has a little screen, so you can actually see.
So, with technology, do you think, I know that they are working on it, like trying to get rain to different places of the earth that can't get rain by kind of like shooting ions in the sky and stuff. Do you feel that they're really close to really being able to do that? Or do you think it's something that they can't?
Climate control?
Yeah.
Like real climate control?
Like real climate control.
Like programming the climate? Like, let's have rain today for 15 minutes.
Right, or looking at the sky as a resource. Like, the state of Missouri always has clouds, and it's always raining there. Let's take some of that resource of cloud and bring it over here to this state because they need some rain.
I mean, the way I see it is we've gotten to the point where we've studied so much of the weather. We still can't control the weather.
You can't even predict it half the time.
But what is interesting though is that metropolitan areas have their own weather because of the concrete and the because like when it rains a little bit, there'll be high humidity, and it creates this environment where more clouds, more stuff happens.
Good point.
So it's interesting to see. But I don't think we can ever control the weather. That's one thing.
I think we would just get.
Oh, those aliens are already controlling the weather.
We would probably mess it up so bad that we create some crazy storm that we can't control. But I think that overall, the Earth, with everything in its containment, has a certain amount of energy to it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And that energy is always at a certain percent. It's just dispersed kind of unevenly throughout the planet. So if you take like something from here, example, if you could, and move it over there, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna hurt anything.
It's almost as if we're asking a glacier to move all the way down to where it's hot.
Kind of. Which would
or we'll say, okay, well, I mean that would be kind of weird if we can control the. It would be so strange if we can control the polarity of the Earth and shift it so that people will get cold and then they flip it back. Because that's basically what we're asking.
Well, what we're asking really is, I want to create a big giant fortress as a big giant air conditioner in some areas. You know what I mean? Like big giant
Frigidaire.
Yeah.
The gigantic Frigidaire is available to you right now.
But that would eliminate people wanting to travel.
South America, you can get cold air with Frigidaire.
Yeah, that would eliminate people wanting to travel though, right? Because people travel from cold areas to warm areas because that's just what they want to do.
What's hilarious to me is when I go visit, like in California, for example, like this time frame, like in October, November.
Wasn't that supposed to fall in the ocean years ago too?
It was supposed to.
Anyway.
But when you are in California, when it turns 65 degrees, people are wearing winter jackets.
Oh.
And like the things that go like the hats, the like, I mean, it just gloves.
When I first moved to Missouri, one of the funny things was they were having winter here,
Yeah.
and they were selling winter gear
Yeah.
at like Walmart or someplace like that. What they considered a winter coat, me and my wife were looking at each like, this is a jacket, because we came from Northwest Iowa, where the winters are a lot colder.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? This isn't a winter coat, right? And then like one year, I wasn't used to the weather here, like it snowed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go buy a shovel, and they didn't have any metal ones that are really durable that I'm used to in Iowa. They're like plastic. I'm like, this isn't a shovel. But then I bought it for no reason because the very next day it melted. So I didn't even need a shovel because it was just that drastic in Missouri, right?
So it snowed like an inch, and then you're about to snow it.
I'm the only guy in the neighborhood
the shovel.
getting out there, just making sure that I
to go and get your shovel. Oh, it melted. Ah,
yeah.
Man.
And then it was like, man, he's wasting his energy for nothing.
He thought, why do you need a metal one? You just need
Yeah. Why did you even need a shovel at all? It's gonna be gone the next day. That's just how funny this Missouri weather is.
It's so funny because like when the street plow comes in, and of course it blocks and it comes through the neighborhood, and then of course it shovels snow onto your driveway, and so you got to dig yourself out like to some degree. Because if you don't, you know what it turns into. It's horrible. It's even worse.
Right.
So you gotta like have it shoveled and stuff. It's just crazy. Wow, this place is packed.
Yeah.
It's busy.
It's like it's kind of breezy out too. Usually this time frame, the sky looks awesome, but it's all cloud covered today.
Yeah.
Like there's no different colors or anything this morning.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
And I would suppose probably about time to wrap it up, I think.
So one last point where my son is in the band, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so last night they were practicing, and they said they had snow. They actually had snows falling that last week.
During the practice?
Yeah, during the practice.
Oh, wow.
It was that cold. So we should see something. I mean, this is only, 2 days, and then it's gone. But it's always...
Well, I know Colorado and stuff got hit pretty hard with snow.
Oh, really?
I heard there was some wrecks and stuff, but I think it went from like 80 degrees, and then the very next day or within, some umpteen hours, it got down to like 19 or something.
Man.
Something like that. That's a drastic change. But we've seen it here in Missouri.
Yeah.
It's like cold, hot. Like what? You're bundled up in your winter jacket, and then all of a sudden in the afternoon you're in shorts. Jeez.
Flip-flops and shorts. It's so hot.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love this. Oh
But yeah,
man, this has been a great episode.
If you get anything out of this episode, be consistent, stay the course, do what you love.
Dream,
imagine, and keep going on that path, and that lane will open up opportunities that people will think are luck.
Stay
but
consistent.
It's not really luck.
Yeah.
And just have fun. And yes, have a good morning.
Yes, good morning.
All right. I'm not going to show the sky this week because it's just cloudy.
It's funny.
I don't care.
Peace.
Peace.